Okay, we back. It's your boy, Dig the Shenanigans. Got the book in my hand. Y'all know it is always love. So listen, I've been wanting to understand all week. Like, okay, God, what you want me to say? How you want me to do this? So he gave me something that was rather simple. And sometimes I realize the simplest things are the most hard to understand. So he gave me a verse, just one verse. He said, Proverbs 18:21. He said, the power of life and death lies within the tongue. Those who love it will eat of its fruit. So he said, look up the word power. So when I looked at the word power in Proverbs, basically it's on you. He said, so when the power is related to life and death. So everything that it related to, I think the Hebrew word was yawd. Y-A-W-D. That's how I can't say if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Well, what I came to understand this morning was this. There's two choices. I know, don't get me wrong, we always say it's a lot of gray area, but when God gives things, he gives it clearly and concisely. So it's two choices. You can choose life or you can choose death. So I'm going to make this a little clearer. He said those who love it will eat of its fruits. So I'm going to use my own life for an example. One of the things that ever happened to me, this is something that happened too. My negative connotation, which was death, I always said my father will pass away and I will be in prison or be incarcerated. That's exactly what happened. Verbatim, what happened in 2001. I was locked up here. He passed away. They wouldn't let me go to the funeral. But I had to realize I had been speaking that for so long. The power that was in myself, I spoke it into existence. Because when I went back to, he showed me something else with the word power. It was I think it was 2 Timothy 1:7. He said, I didn't give you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Power, love, and a sound mind. See, my mind was sound, but I used my power for death. So just to give y'all a clear example. So now what I did was, since I've been understanding what God is really relating to me, I have to use myself for example because I can't say what may or may not go in your situation. I've learned to speak life. Not just for me, but just for those around me. Because you could be around people where they call them negative Nancy's, to quote a cliche or adage that someone may say, well, I don't know any Nancy, so she may be negative. I don't know, and I ain't never met a Nancy. I'm just keeping it 100. But think about this. How many times have you said something that was negative or derogatory, but then you start to see it manifest in your life? I mean, realistically, think about this for a moment. We've all done this on a regular basis, because I know I've done that. But then how many times have you spoke things positively and you've seen them manifest in your life? Well, let me explain things about manifestation that a lot of us don't understand. It's not that it just magically appears. When he said he gave us the power, love, and a sound mind, which means we're cognitive enough, we have it in our hearts, but we can move through his spirit. So when he said the power of life and death lies within the tongue, those who love it, which do you love? Do you love life or do you love death? That's what you got to ask yourself. Because a lot of us haven't equated that thought yet. We haven't sat back and considered, what do I love the most? Because how many people do you sit around, they gossip, they talk derogatory, they degrade other people, they want to make themselves look like the big shot, or they want to be this or be that because they're actually speaking death? How many people do you know are encouraging, going to try to give you information, going to feed you and build you up to the person that you need to be to help you go to the next level? Because cut and dry, information rules the nation. That's the actual true statement, because you can have an idea and someone already is doing it. But a lot of times you'll find people that don't want to share the information because they feel like they're going to surpass you. Well, the thing is, it's meant to be shared. As a cliche, again, games to be sold, not told. You understand what I'm saying? But that's okay, but that's wrong. Because if I'm there already, I should want you to get there with me, because I'm making it clear. I got 4 friends. I got a couple businesses. I got all the money, right? But every time we go somewhere, I foot the bill. I don't want to keep paying for them. I love them. I don't want to just keep paying for them to go everywhere. So I'm going to speak life into their life. So by me speaking life, I'm also going to give them the information to get to where I'm at. Because I want to be able to go somewhere, and we all got them racks, as y'all say. We all got them bands, as y'all say. We all got money. We're all on the same level. Or some of us may be higher. I'm cool with that. If I give you some information and you surpass me, I'm good with that, because you don't know. I may be comfortable, not complacent. Remember, it's a big difference. I may be comfortable where I'm at. I don't need to be where you are. I'm good where I'm at, because I may be working on other ventures that's going to get me to your level, but I don't want to just let this one thing be my focus. So what I'm saying is this. When you speak in life, you got to move in that life. You got to move in that direction. You saying you want a car. Okay, God, I want a new car. I want this new Lexus 20-inch rims, Lord. I want the peanut butter guts inside. Yeah. I want the big screen inside, Lord. I want the screen inside, Lord. Let me ask you a question. First question God going to ask you. do you have a license? Your answer 9 times 10 for a lot of people might be like, no. Okay. He said, well, you want this car? Get a learner's permit. Once you get that learner's permit, find somebody who's going to help you learn how to drive correctly and consciously. Bam, you get your license. Now, at the same time, you've got a job. You've been working. And the thing is, now that you're working, you can work towards that car. See, it ain't that he won't give it to you, but there are steps to everything. Because you can mess around and get a car and don't know how to drive, don't have a license, tear it up, and end up hurting somebody or killing somebody, something even worse, or maim them. You end up in prison all for the rest of your life. But if you've got a license, you understand what to do in the rules of the road, then you know how to live that type of life. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't ready for that. It was a little too much. I'm telling you, it's a little too much for you sometimes. I feel you knocking. Let me in. Now, when it comes to death, we can speak that too. You can speak negative connotations into your life. You can speak negative, derogative things. You can look at things like, oh, this ain't going to work. I shouldn't have tried. Now you're speaking negative. I knew it wasn't going to work. It ain't that you knew it wasn't going to work. You just didn't put the effort in to make it work. That's usually the biggest difference for most of us. We always say what something won't do instead of saying, it'll work if I add this, or if I subtract that, or if I implement this, or if I talk to this person. It will work. Quit doing that, y'all. He said your power is in the tongue. Whatever you say is truth. You can have it. But you got to remember, you can have a good truth or a bad truth. Which truth do you want? Which one do you want in your life? Me, I want all the positivity, all the good, gracious things I can have. Yo, you feel me? Saying I'm trying to help you this morning. I want y'all to love them like I do. Come on now. Now, listen. Speak life. If you want that job, okay, God, thank you for that job ahead of time. So now what you do is you find out information about that job. You find out how to go about getting into that position. If you have to go back to school, whatever it takes, requirements of you to get there, you start doing that. If it's a person you want, if it's a thing you want, you got to. But let me say something real quick, make this clear. Before you go after all of that, he said, seek ye first. You see the one? You see, I'm putting on the side so you see the one. Finger the one. First, the kingdom of God, which means you go after God wholeheartedly. Watch everything else come to pass. I'm just keeping it 100. If you're going after him first, you're going to have people coming into your life, blessing you with information, blessing you with things, giving you gifts because God's like, okay, I hear you. You're speaking life and you're doing it through me, by me, because of me, and for me. Ain't nothing you can't have. He said, no good thing shall I withhold from thee. What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't understand y'all. Y'all keep talking and complaining like, oh, woe is me. No, it's not woe is you because you choose to be woe. Perfect example. I talked with someone about this morning. So, it's like, that's what it's like. Thank you, Lord. What it is. The first time you tried something, say you started drinking at a young age, because I did that when I was young, but, okay, and it tasted good, and I liked it, I enjoyed it, so I started increasing my endeavors. The problem is when I found out it was detrimental to me, I quit cold turkey. Not because of me, because the spirit he placed in me. There's a lot of people who saying, I can't let go. Well, you got to realize, if you keep telling yourself you can't let go, you won't let go. But if you tell yourself, I don't need this anymore, I'm good without it, it's a lot easier to let go. With a person, place, or thing, I'm going to use it now. And feel me saying, I'm going to help you out. It can let go of. You've got to make that decision. Be conscious about this, man. I'm telling y'all, I feel y'all, I love y'all. I'm giving y'all this because they tell me to give it to you. It's like bing, bing, boom. And at the same time, he's blessing me. I'm blessing you, he's blessing me. I'm here to help. I want y'all to love him like I do. Y'all don't understand what I be trying to tell y'all. Listen, grab y'all a copy of the book. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell so y'all know when we get this in every week. Then, go leave a comment because you may be able to elaborate on something I said. And I can come back and say, so-and-so said this, left a comment, and it made so much sense. Bam! Put you in the mix. We're going to grow this. And when you see this video, share it. Because you never know who needs to hear these things that God is sharing for us. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey! Listen. It's the time to go. It must be me. It must be me. It must be me. Y'all, it's always love. For sure. Peace.